Soching on the Daily Nation. Dispute. Azimio boss has called for calm among his supporters. Raila declares legal battle to nullify Ruto's election win. Results announced by IBC chairman Wafula Chebukati are quote-unquote null and void, he says, setting the stage for a tough court battle that could take 21 days. Professor Sihanya, if I'm not mistaken, they have 7 days following the declaration of results. Yes. And after that, the Supreme Court has 14 days. So a time period of about 3 weeks. I can see here Martha Karua not looking too happy, understandably, standing by Raila Odinga. Her demeanor, that she has said at the campaign trail, she said that Raila is the boss and that should they find their way into State House, he would be the head of state. It would not be a similar scenario to what we have now, where the President Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy William Ruto are at odds. So, Harold, what did you make of his statement yesterday?
I think it was expected. We discussed that here yesterday. Of course, there was some on the panel that said we are tired, the country needs to move forward and things of that nature. And I remember saying that, you know, there is jurisprudence to say that if you feel aggrieved by a process of this magnitude, there is provisions in the law that you have an opportunity to go and thrash out the issues in court. So for me, it was not a shock. I expected Honorable Raila Odinga to make this. I mean, I would have been more shocked if he would have come out to say, I concede defeat and, you know, let's move on. But one thing I have to be very clear about, because I know everybody's saying they're tired, everybody needs to move on, which are sentiments I understand. I think in a democracy like ours, these processes are very important. If Raila Odinga had not gone to court in 2017, we would not be talking about those events that set jurisprudence, that set a precedent in the law to protect the voter, to protect, you know, the integrity of the process of elections. So in as much as people are saying, you know, we should, you know, accept and move on, I've always felt the accept and move on narrative is a very dangerous one, because in many ways it curtails the breathing process of any democracy. And I feel this is part of the breathing process. Yes, we held our collective breath. When the results were announced, there was a sigh of, okay, this is the result. And everybody began to align themselves with the result. What does this mean for different groups in the community? So this is just part of the process. And I think it's part of the process of healthy democracy and healthy jurisprudence. We need to allow these processes to happen, because in 2027, in 2032, somebody will be aggrieved. And this, what is going on today, will be the precedent in law to help them to navigate the problems that, of course, we anticipate we're going to have problems. We had problems in 2013, we're going to have problems in 2032. So this is part of lawmaking, this is part of politics, this is part of democracy. So I did expect him to come out and say, we will take this further to the Supreme Court. And that is allowed. There is room for that. And I actually said that has always been a better option than to start calling for mass action and protest and things of that nature, because we know the potential that has to go, especially in our country. We have witnessed where that path can take us. So this is a good thing. It, you know, there are fears that, you know, this is slowing down everything. But in many ways, this is one of the ways to grow a healthy democracy and healthy lawmaking. So I expected him to say this, and I feel this is part of the legal democratic process.